All right, so I don't know if you guys have the sports betting apps where you live, but we have them here in Arizona and they're a lot of fun. Because of the way they're set up, you can combine so many different bets. The possibilities are almost endless. And you can bet small amounts to win small. You can bet big amounts to win big. But my favorite is to bet small amounts to win bigger. So usually I just bet around $10 on a few leg parlays to win maybe 40 or 50 bucks. Well, what does that mean? Well, with each leg of the parlay, you're betting something to happen. For example, check out this recent bet that I did on the Angels game. What was a 6-leg parlay? I bet $10 to win 73 because I got a 40% bonus on DraftKings. So what needed to happen? So the Angels needed to win. Money line means just the Angels are going to win. So Angels to win, I needed this guy to get an RBI and a hit, and he did that. And I needed him to also throw 7 strikeouts, and he did that. And I needed this guy, opposing pitcher, to allow 4 hits, and he did that. And then the total of the game to be over 5.5 runs, and it just hit it with 6 runs because it was 4-2. So everything paid off. So that was 6 different things happening, and that paid 73 bucks. So if you look at some of the, I don't know if you've been following Major League Baseball this year, but you know there've been some really high scoring games. That means a lot of hits, RBIs, home runs, etc. So let's just take a look at some of these games. So check this one out. It was the Giants and Dodgers. The Giants won 15-0. And if you look at the total here, there's 16 hits, 14 RBIs, and 2 home runs in that game just from the Giants side. So that's a lot of legs of parlays that could have paid off big if you had bet on that. Here's another game, 15-3, the Phillies. Again, you've got 20 hits, 13 RBIs, and 2 home runs just on the Philly side. You could also had a couple things happening for the Diamondbacks and won a parlay. Another game here, Pirates and Mets. The Pirates scored 14, the Mets 7. And again, the Pirates had 17 hits, 13 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Another one here, the Phillies, 19-4. So the Phillies had 18 hits, 19 RBIs, 4 home runs. You can see how big, if you had bet on some of these players having hits, how big this parlay could have been and how much it could have paid off. Here's another one, the Red Sox and Yankees. Red Sox, 17 hits, 13 RBIs, 2 home runs. And some of these players, like if you had bet on Turner having 3 hits and 6 RBIs, I mean, I don't know if you can bet on 6 RBIs, but 3 hits would be huge. And then check out this game. This was insane. The Angels beat the Rockies 25-1. I believe this was a franchise record for the Angels. They had 28 hits, 25 RBIs, and 5 home runs. So just insanity. But if you imagine if you had bet on these 5 players hitting home runs, even if you had bet on 2 or 3 of them and you had some of these other people hitting, like if you had Trout 3 hits, that wouldn't be out of the question. You could have won very big on that. So it made me wonder, what if you had made a crazy bet on some of those games where you had the money on a lot of hits, RBIs, and home runs? You could have won big. So how much could you win? I did an experiment today. I'm going to try this. And I made a bet. 2 games. I did a 2-leg same game parlay. And so it's 2 different games with parlays in each of the games. Now, a lot has to happen for this to pay off, but the risk is pretty low because I'm only betting $10. The first bet is the Dodgers and Royals. So I've got Freddie Freeman hitting 3 hits, Mookie Betts to hit a home run. The Dodgers need to win by at least 6 runs. We need to have 15 total runs in the game. I need Martinez to get a hit, Garcia, Peralta, and Vargas. So if all that happens, I still don't win because I have another game that I've got in this parlay. I've got the Diamondbacks and the Angels. So I've got Gurriel to have 2 hits. Trout needs to get a home run. Ohtani needs to get a home run. And Walker needs to get a home run. And the Diamondbacks have to win by at least 6. So it's a lot of things that need to happen and line up for this bet to hit. But if it hits, you can see where it would pay off. 5 picks from one single game, same game parlay, and 8 picks from another. For $10 with all the bonuses that DraftKings offers. They do bonuses for the more legs of the parlay that you have, up to 50% parlay boost. With that boost, it goes from $10 to over $1 million for one single $10 bet. So a lot of things need to happen. The stars need to align, but it's not out of the question. Okay, so we're about halfway through, and it's not off to a good start. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The Royals are winning 6-1. I need the Dodgers to win by 6. There's still time. Not off to a very good start here. The Dodgers only have 1 run, and a lot of these guys don't have hits yet, and Freeman needs to get 3 hits. So it's going to be tough, but it's not impossible. We're not out yet. So yeah, some things need to happen, but the Dodgers can come back. They can rack up a bunch of runs. They could get 10 runs in 1 inning. Stranger things have happened. So let's just hang in there and see how this all plays out. Okay, well, I think I'm done. And that first game killed me, and the Dodgers actually lost and didn't even make it close. So kind of an embarrassment, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, so it looks like we missed a lot of the legs of this parlay in both games. You can see here, but it's interesting to see what legs I hit. Some of the guys I bet to get a hit did in fact get a hit, but what's even more amazing to me is 2 of the guys I predicted to get a home run did in fact get home runs there. And if I had just bet that as a 2-leg parlay, I probably would have won a few hundred. So you can see how difficult it is to get all these things to hit, but if you make a smaller parlay, you probably have a bigger chance. The good news is, even though I lost this bet, I'm only out $10, so not a bad way to gamble. I was still in it for most of that first game. If you're at a casino, you can lose $10 on one hand at a table game. So you see what I did? You can play around with the number of legs, how many games, how many hits per player. You can add in pitching props like number of strikeouts. You can add in stolen bases, etc. Lots of possibilities, but give it a shot. Have fun, but gamble responsibly. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please check out some of the other videos I've done and make sure to subscribe for future content. Thank you.